Morning students. Today we'll learn about chapter 7, and that is India, the geographical feature that we have already learned in the offline class. Today we will learn about the conservation of forest and wildlife in India. First of all, we need to know what is conservation is. Basically, conservation is defined as a careful preservation and protection of something with the help of plant management to prevent exploitation and destruction or neglect. It can be both of forest and wildlife. Rather than this, we need to also know what is biosphere reserve. You can see there are three definitions: conservation, biosphere reserve, and national park. Three are important, so you will learn it. Biosphere reserve is a protected area set aside for conservation purposes and to act as a site for ecological and environmental monitoring and research. National Park, a large area of land which is protected by the government because of its natural beauty, plants, animals, and which the public can usually visit, but they cannot harm. Okay, now what are the needs of the conservation of wildlife and forest? Due to the growing impact of deforestation, continuous efforts are being made to protect the endangered species of wildlife as well as those that are on the verge of the extinction. Some points are there that we have to learn. Number one is many people in rural areas or people living near forest areas depend on the resources available in these areas for livelihood. So we need to conserve the wildlife and the forest. The next is even some industries depend on forest for raw material, as you all know, like timber, paper, rubber industry. Okay. The third point is many animals such as the Bengal tiger, Asian elephants, Nilgiri thor are becoming extinct. So we need to preserve them. And number D is many medicinal plants we are getting from the plants. So if there will be no longer they are available, we cannot able to use that. Last number is conservation of animal species is equally important for their breeding and maintenance of food chains. Okay. So next we are coming to the point that conservation efforts that was done by Indian Act, and that is known as the Indian Wildlife Protection Act of 1972. So the features are there, like making provisions for habitat protection, then publishing a list of protected species, imposing legal restrictions on hunting and trade in wildlife, setting up of national parks and sanctuaries in different parts of India by giving legal protection to the habitat, and also announcing conservation projects for some specific endangered animals. These points you will also note down in your book. Okay. Then we are coming to the point that is the national park. See there in your book also you can see. So what do you mean by national park? A national park is a large area of land which is protected by the government because of its natural beauty, as I have already told, and plants or animals which the public can usually visit. Some names are there. First National Parks of India was established in 1935, which was known as the Haley National Park. Now it is known as Jim Corbett National Park. Some names are also there. You will mark in your book. Then the Biosphere Reserve that we have already learned and the names you will remember from there, that is Great Nicobar, Gulf of Mannar, Kutch, Kanchenjunga. Some names are there you will remember as example. Now the wildlife sanctuaries. Wildlife sanctuaries are areas that have been demarcated by the government to ensure the preservation of plants and animal species. Here also we'll see some names are there. like Keen National Park and Periyar Wildlife Sanctuary and Sariska Wildlife Sanctuary in Rajasthan. So this is all about the conservation of wildlife and forest. Next, we will learn about the climate. Due to its large expansion, India has a variety of climatic region, as we all know, ranging from the tropical in the south to temperate and alpine in the Himalayan north, where elevated regions receive sustained winter snowfall. So some factors are there which are largely affecting the climates of India. First one is latitude. The Tropic of Cancer passes through the middle of the country. The region south of the Tropic of Cancer is closer to the equator and therefore experience high temperature throughout the year. While on the other hand, the region lying north of the Tropic of Cancer lies in the warm temperate zone and experience comparatively low temperature, particularly in the winter. For instance, you will find that Bangalore will be hotter than Faridabad. Okay. Next point is distance from the sea. The sea has a moderating effect on the climate. If a place is close to sea, then there will be a moderate climate. If the place is away from the sea, then there will be a maritime climate. Then the altitude. As we go higher up in the mountain, temperatures generally decreases at the rate of 6.5 degrees Celsius per 1000 meter. So, for the cities located on the hills are cooler, like Shimla, and whereas the cities lying in the plains having the same same latitude but a different altitude, there will be difference in temperature. Okay, next relief feature. High mountains act as a barrier for cold and hot winds. These high mountains may also cause precipitation. If they are high enough and lie in the path of rain-bearing winds, the leeward side of the mountain remains dry. The Himalayas protect India from the bitterly cold and dry winds of Central Asia during winter. So it is also having a large effect. Last one is the direction of surface winds. The wind system also affects the Indian climate. This system consists of monsoon winds, land and sea breeze, local winds, etc. Now we will come to the seasons of India. We are having 4 seasons, that are the hot weather season, that is preparing from March to May, then southwest monsoon season June to September, then retreating southwest monsoon season from October to November, then the cold weather season from December to February. The hot weather season begins in March and continues till the end of May. May is the hottest month. Okay, and sometimes the highest temperatures recorded in the northwest and west. Barmar in Rajasthan is a place where the mercury touches the 50 degrees Celsius. Many parts of central India register 40-degree temperature. So during the months of April and May, storms of violent nature may also occur, like Kal Vaishakhi. Then we are having the southwest monsoon season. During the months of June to September, the southwest monsoon brings rains. These monsoonal rains contribute to the agricultural success in India. The concept is in June, the sun is overhead on the Tropic of Cancer. The land heats up and a low pressure area develops over the northern plain. Since the surrounding water bodies are cooler, a high pressure area develops over them. This results in the movement of the winds from the sea to the land. Okay, due to the rotation of the earth, these winds deflect to the right as Farrell's law in the northern hemisphere and blow as southwesterly wind. By the mid-June, the southwest monsoon burst in the storm and rain. The beginning of the rain-bearing monsoon is called the monsoon burst. Now, this monsoon wind is having 2 branches, that is Arabian Sea branch and Bay of Bengal branch. What is Arabian Sea branch? The moist wind of the southwest monsoon ascend the high walls of the western slopes of the Western Ghat, and a sudden fall in the temperature results in condensation, leading to the sudden precipitation that is accompanied by the lightning and thunder. And the windward side of the Western Ghat receives heavy rainfall, which is almost more than 200 centimeters. It is also known as a break of monsoon. And the next another branch is Bay of Bengal current or Bay of Bengal branch. Once the wind cross the Bay of Bengal, they get deflected and move towards the Ganga-Brahmaputra delta region. These winds are forced to ascend the southern slope of the Khashi Garo Jaintia hills and shed very heavy rainfall in the northeastern part of our country. As these winds move westward, the amount of rainfall decreases. The Himalayas trap the winds and the entire country gets rainfall. Now, the next season is the retreating southwest monsoon season. By the end of September or early October, the intensity of low pressure and rainfall becomes much less. Slowly, high pressure develops over the plains and the southwest monsoon winds start withdrawing from India. And this is known as the retreat of monsoon. Next, the cold weather season. In India, the cold weather season starts in early December and continues till February. During this season, the sun's rays do not fall vertically in the part of country due to the southward movement of the sun. The days are warm and nights are cold. Hence, the diurnal range of temperature is high. Snowfall is common in some regions of the Himalayan range. Next, there is a point that is the western disturbance, that on certain occasion the cyclonic depression visiting from the Mediterranean Sea bring rain to the regions of Jammu, Kashmir, Ladakh, Punjab, Himachal Pradesh, Haryana, Rajasthan, Uttar Pradesh, in that areas, and the amount of rainfall decreases toward the east. This is known as the western disturbance. The precipitation offered by these winds is of great importance as for the rabi crop, especially wheat. The average precipitation varies from 20 mm to 50 mm. After that, we are having a chart over there, the type of rainfall. It is like a very heavy rainfall, then heavy, then moderate and scanty. That chart you will mark in your book and you will remember. Only 2-3 regions you will remember as an example. Now, the types of natural vegetation. What do you mean by natural vegetation? It refers to the plant life that grows naturally in a geographical region. A wide range of natural vegetation grows in India, types and it largely depends on the climate, soil and altitude of that particular area. The types of natural vegetations are tropical rainforest, deciduous or monsoon type of forest, then thorny forest, and tidal or mangrove type of forest, and lastly mountain forest. Some features are there that we will learn from this chart is given in your book, and the page number is 145. Okay, you will remember this chart. And when the school will reopen, we will discuss the exercise question. Thank you. Have a nice day.